heart of our world is you. It's why our commitment to be the best will always be all about you.
Excellence in flight. Korean Air.
Beauty found in the smallest details. The expectation of extraordinary. Vision for what is yet to come. These are the hallmarks of superior instinct. And wherever it leads, perfection follows. The new Audi A8L. A statement ahead of its time.
We're back tonight with more local news. The airport authority has suggested setting up a new marine park after the completion of reclamation works in the proposed third runway project. This is intended to mitigate the impact of the project on Chinese white dolphins in the area. But dolphin expert Samuel Hung disputes the effectiveness of such efforts. Diane To with more.
The proposed third runway project at Cheklapkok calls for the reclamation of 650 hectares of the sea where Chinese white dolphins are found. According to the Airport Authority's Environmental Impact Assessment report, the impact on dolphin habitat can be reduced to an acceptable level by setting up a new 2,400-hectare marine park nearby after the completion of reclamation works. But Samuel Hung, who assisted with data collection for the assessment, called the proposal inadequate and inappropriate.
For the location, we think that this is not the best habitat that should be protected for dolphin as a refuge, because there will be so many disturbance from boat traffic, from water pollution, from all kinds of construction activities. So that environment has been trashed during the construction period.
His other complaint is on the timing. The marine park will only be established after the runway construction is done in 2023.
By that time, probably all the dolphins are gone, or they have died in the meantime during that 7 years of construction period. So there will be no use for such a marine park.
Hung said conservationists are puzzled by the government's actions, saying that years ago it proposed a good location to the west of Lantau, but then shelved it afterwards.
That has been still put on hold for quite a long time, and this is quite disappointing. But now, when we are in need of a conservation measure, we are really lagging behind, because now we have to wait for this construction to be over, then we conserve. What we should do is we should conserve this a long time ago, building the capacity so that we can handle more development pressure.
The conservationist also accused the environmental impact assessment of having inconsistencies and downplaying the significance of certain impacts. Hung, who was a student of the two experts from the US employed to conduct the assessment, said he believes the assessment report didn't truly reflect the experts' opinions. Diane To, TVB News.
10 people were injured after a van careened off Route Twisk and crashed down a slope in Shek Khan early today. The driver was arrested for suspected drink driving after failing a breathalyzer test. The van was heading towards Cam 10 at around 2 a.m. when the driver lost control of the vehicle at a bend near Shek Khan village. The vehicle ended up in a catchwater. Firefighters had to free a woman trapped in the front seat. 9 men and 1 woman, all of South Asian descent, were injured and taken to 3 different hospitals. Is it hard to teach young kids math and science? Not if you make it fun and edible, according to one kindergarten that's made farming a part of the school's curriculum. Vicky Kung takes a look at their harvest.
I always sticking the plant on my flower to give my mommy and dad.
But instead of flowers, these 4-year-olds are harvesting some Chinese spinach they grew at school. This urban farming advocate is their tutor.
Thank you.
It's the second year that he's teaching kindergarten students about the thrills of having green thumbs during the farming season between April and June.
We have replaced their science and math class. We taught them, say, how to grow a plant, or the anatomy of a plant consisting of the roots, stems, leaves, flowers, and fruits, so that they can get a full understanding of how a plant grows from seed to harvest. there is a separation between us and our natural resources surrounding us. And especially little kids, they would perceive that food comes from, say, the refrigerator.
What about these kids here?
Our food came from farms. Seed will be a little stem, and then it will be growing a pineapple and then a flower.
After the growing comes the cooking.
This goes into the soup to make it more flavorful.
And of course, the tasting, all now part of the school's curriculum.
In that way, we can actually control it a lot better. We can really see that the children are learning the kind of content that we want. But as an extracurricular activity, there may be other issues that might come about with doing a whole class of the same children, whether all the parents agree.
An environmental expert who has been helping schools in Hong Kong build green roofs welcomes the initiative. Jim Chi-Yong believes mandatory green education is the most effective way to cut food waste in Hong Kong, a city that will see all its landfills full in 5 years.
If every citizen loves nature, then every citizen will not do things to harm nature, and they will adopt a lot of good practices to make sure that they will not waste resources.
Jim also says parents shouldn't be afraid to let their kids get dirty while they're communing with nature. He says most germs in the soil are harmless. Now, being close to nature may mean, oops, dirty laundry, or oops, getting a bit of extra blush on your face. But this is the most natural makeup for kids and for camera. Vicky Kung, TVB News.
Nicely done. Over to you for sports.
Yeah, well, it's not just farmers who get dirt on their faces, it's football players too. At the World Cup, Lionel Messi came to the rescue for Argentina again last night, scoring another decisive goal that keeps his team on track at the World Cup. Also last night, Germany and Ghana went head-to-head in one of the best games of the tournament so far.
After their 4-0 demolition of Portugal, Germany were given a much sterner test by Ghana. It was also a match which pitted the famous Boateng brothers against each other. Jerome for Ghana, Kevin Prince for Germany. After a goalless first half, Germany went ahead after the break off a wonderful goal. A long cross into the box found Mario Götze, who timed his run to perfection to make it 1-0 in the 51st minute. But Ghana responded perfectly minutes later. Harrison Afful curled in a beautiful cross from the right, and Andre Ayew rose to head home the equaliser. Then it was Ghana who took the lead. Germany conceded possession, and a through ball released Asamoah Gyan, who finished the nifty attacking move to make it 2-1 in the 63rd. But you can never count out the Germans, and sure enough, veteran striker Miroslav Klose came to the rescue with the equaliser less than 10 minutes later. His tap-in from close range makes him joint all-time leading scorer at the World Cup, alongside Brazil's Ronaldo. Iran surprised everyone in the World Cup by keeping the might of Argentina at bay for almost their entire match. A well-organised defence frustrated the South American giants at every turn. The Iranians were even able to create a few chances of their own in the second half and were unlucky not to take the lead. It looked like a 0-0 draw was on the cards, but up stepped Lionel Messi, who scored a sublime goal in the depths of injury time to save his team blushes and ensure a place in the last 16. Iran's manager said his team did everything they could to stop Argentina.
I'm not disappointed. I'm very happy with the performance of my players.
And 1-0 was also the score between Bosnia and Nigeria in the other Group F game. The Bosnians had a goal ruled out for offside. Nigeria took advantage of their good fortune and scored through Peter Odemwingie to stay on course for the knockout round.
On to tennis now, and Spain's Feliciano Lopez got a confidence boost ahead of Wimbledon after he defended his title at Eastbourne last night. The Spaniard took the first set against Richie Gasquet 6-3, only for the Frenchman to take the second and force a decider. But Lopez scored the decisive break point to level at 5-all in the third before serving out the match to win the championship. Well, Amy Yang shot a 2-under par third round 68 to share the lead at the US Women's Open with Michelle Wie. A double bogey on the 11th and bogeys on the 12th and 14th holes saw Wie close out her round with a 2-over-72. The missteps took her to 2 under. Yang, meanwhile, carded a score of 2-under-68 despite a bogey on the final hole.
And it's off to California for details of the annual contest to choose the world's ugliest dog. This is 2-year-old Peanut. Judges couldn't decide what was worse, his bulging eyes or his protruding teeth. Either way, Peanut was indeed the #1 choice for the 2014 World's Ugliest Dog. His owner says she rescued him from a shelter after he suffered abuse and was burned in a fire. And being ugly has its rewards. Peanut won $1,500 US. And that is our news.
Thanks for watching. Good night.
快樂其實無處不在，你可以將一半嘅甜蜜分俾你嘅另一半。生活咁多滋味，每一份滋味都要珍惜，令身邊嘅人開心，你就會更加開心。Marketplace by Jasons， 精彩選擇多，帶俾你嘅快樂更多。而家就嚟捉緊快樂滋味啊！
出海過二人世界就好似食薯片咁輕鬆。二人世界應該無拘無束。佢中意嘅話，可以一齊出海，去啲未去過嘅地方，試一啲未食過嘅嘢，曬太陽，傾下偈 hea 下，感覺就好似食薯片咁輕鬆寫意、自由自在。想知我哋點用食物去演繹生活快樂之美？
兼玩埋一份贏獎品，即上 Facebook 啦！
Sun Life Financial presents The Weather Report is brought to you by Sun Life Financial.
Hi everyone, yet another day of rain, clouds and thunder. As tonight's situation chart shows, a trough of low pressure is bringing unsettled weather to the coast of Guangdong. Up to 5 p.m., temperatures range from 25.2 to 28.1 degrees. The current temperature is about 27 degrees Celsius with the relative humidity standing at 92%. 114.9 millimeters of rain has been recorded since midnight. So Freddie, how's the weather tomorrow? Showers again. Temperatures will range between 26 and 30 degrees. It will get hotter down the week. Tomorrow's air quality health index is forecast at low. The maximum UV index forecast for tomorrow will be about 4. Now it's time for weather around the world. Cloudy in Shanghai and showers in Taipei. Rain in Guangzhou and thunderstorms in Macau. Sunny in Beijing and rain in Seoul. Thunderstorms in Bangkok and Manila. Bright in Kuala Lumpur and showers in Jakarta. Showers in Karachi and Mumbai. Sunny in Cairo and showers in Nairobi. Sunny in Brisbane and bright in Sydney. Cloudy in Toronto and sunny in New York. Sunny in Vancouver and San Francisco. Cloudy in Brasilia and bright in Sao Paulo. Cloudy in London and Frankfurt. That's the weather. Have a lovely evening.
It was brought to you by Sun Life Financial. Life's brighter under the sun. One man's entrance.
He's back. Every fairy tale needs a good old-fashioned villain.
You and me, Sherlock, and our final problem. Staying alive!
Is another man's exit.
I think I'm going to die.
Tonight, Sherlock, Season 2 finale at 12:25 on Pearl. No bicycle necessary. Take your own Tour de France, focusing on the animals that call it home. And the people who spend their lives helping them live there. Or even try to prevent them from becoming extinct. Tuesday, Wild France at 9:35 on Pearl. French dishes on a whole new artistic level. The latest trends in custom bikes. Unconventional ways to travel the world. And glamorous events covered by New Weekly magazine. Thursday night, Dolce Vita at 10 on Pearl. Earth Live was co-sponsored by Peonia Diamond. Upshot on Pearl, stay with us for 2014 FIFA World Cup Brazil. Daily highlights. Get ready for the hottest.
Ooh, this is gonna get steamy.
Highest.
I'm about to jump off a building.
Sexiest battle of the sexes ever.
Whoa. What? It's guys and girls. What could be more dramatic than that? This is just gonna be so crazy.
Girls, you think you run the show, but you have no idea what you're getting yourselves into with the guys.
Let the games begin.
America's Next Top Model, Guys and Girls. Premieres tonight at 8:30 on Pearl. Each day, Notre Dame Cathedral comes to life with crowds of the faithful and curious tourists in the heart of Paris. Catch a rare glimpse of its inner workings. Monday, to the heart of Notre Dame at 8:30 on Pearl.
Feel drowsy and slow after taking drugs? Then don't drive, or the consequences might be grave.